Hello everybody, hope you've had a great week. My name is Tony and this is Boat McRill.
Just go and see the world and just show them what it really means to live life golden. Yeah, we're golden, baby girl, we're golden.
Last week we was removing the old core material from the doghouse roof, and this week we are going to start doing parts of the fiberglass work. First of all, before we go over there, I want to remind you to hit the subscribe button if you haven't done that already. Give me a thumbs up if you like the channel. So today I have been cranking up the heat in the workshop because I'm going to do some fiberglass. Right now it's about 25 degrees Celsius in here, and the material is pretty warm too. What I figured out when I was removing the old core material was that I did mess up a little bit here and there. I went through the roof actually with a fain, and that has to be taken care of. There's also a couple of old holes that has to be fiberglassed. Let's start. Now next step is to grind down the surface of this so we can start fiberglassing. So what you have to do first, you have to grind down a little bit. I already done that. I'm using my Bosch circulating grinder or oscillating grinder. I'm actually making it to go down a little bit. When you do better works, you have to measure the thickness of the material and grind out 12 times as far out from the hole than the thickness of the material. Some of these holes, old screw holes, I'm actually going to put some tape on the side, and I'm going to mix up a thickened epoxy. And there's also a couple of places where the fain machine has gone straight through and made an opening. I'm just gonna do the same thing there with thickening the epoxy and then some fiberglass on top. First of all, I'm just gonna put some tape on the underside of the all the holes there, here and there. Well, it's about 5 degrees outside, so I have to put on the heat again. You might not hear me as well because my heater is pretty loud. I'm gonna mix up some thickened epoxy, and then I am going to go over the small things here. First of all, I'm gonna clean it with acetone. When you use acetone, you always use a mask. I did cut up some fiberglass earlier, but I'm going to cut up some more. You'll need some kind of epoxy. You need a filler. This is a low density filler. A couple of buckets and mixing sticks, some kind of brush, and of course the fiberglass material. This material that I'm using right now, that is Gurit Ampro. It's it says here, mixing ratio 3 resin, 1 hardener. So I'm gonna first mix up some resin for the filler. I'm using a household scale to mixing this up. When you are working with epoxy, always use gloves. There's a big chance if you get in contact with a hardener, I think it is, you can get allergic reactions, and after that you will never be able to work with epoxy anymore. And for that I will use 1/3. Start mixing this up really good first. This was kind of a big batch, but yeah. Since I'm going to fiberglass straight after, I'm gonna mix this up, and then I'm gonna mix up some of it in another bowl over here. I will use this for the rest of it for the fiberglass work. In this case I got some leftover 4-7 West System epoxy filler. I want this to have something like peanut butter or something like that. Yeah, something like that. I'm going to put some of this in these in the edge here too, because I'm gonna strengthen it up a little bit. I'm starting to begin to work with these small patches. This first patch here has already started to mess up a little bit on me. They are really starting to gel. So this is quite fast material. So I'm gonna have to work pretty fast with this. I'm rolling out all the air of it. I'm gonna put some more patches right here where the hole was. Just the hole up a bit better. After you have done all this, you have to clean up the tools. Yeah. Already cleaned up the spatula in acetone. You do the same thing here with the roller, the fin roller. I'm actually putting the whole fin roller in a cup with acetone like that. Okay, well, the work is done for today, and gonna show you in a little bit. I've built some kind of tent. It didn't become very good, but I have a heating fan in there and keep on getting higher temperature on the fiberglass and the epoxy resin. So this is how it looks like right now. The fan is going in there, and well, I'll go out and check this tomorrow and see if it's hardened enough. So until next time, it's gonna be next week. I'm actually myself gonna be in the United States. I'm going over to Texas and at Friday, but I'm gonna make sure that there's videos coming out Saturday next week and Saturday the week after that. That might be a gap of 2 weeks to the next video after that week, because I need to record and all that stuff. But until then, take care and see you around. Bye.